It's not a big secret. Pixar's film Lightyear, it did not do well. And it wasn't all that great. I mean, despite the fact that the first act had an incredible first act, I saw the first act at CinemaCon a few months before the movie came out, and I thought this could be a Best Picture contender. And then I saw the second two acts, and it kind of fell off a whole bunch. Worse than that, though, the movie lost money. According to one report in Variety, Lightyear ended up losing $106 million. I mean, that's minimum for Pixar and Disney. Now, also, to put this all into context, not long ago, Disney announced that they would probably be laying off 7,000 workers from their various operations, which represented, I believe, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3% of their workforce. This was to get their books in order and under budget. Now, up until now, those layoffs haven't really touched Pixar, but that's over, as the director of Lightyear, as well as several other executives and 75 people in total, up amongst the executive branch, have all been let go and laid off. This comes us from Screen Rant, who wrote the following. Nearly a year after it first hit theaters, Reuters has brought word that Disney has fired Lightyear director Agnes McLean, along with Pixar's vice president of worldwide publicity, Michael Agunik. The House of Mouse has also fired producer Galen Sussman, who famously saved Toy Story 2 from destruction when the entire film was mistakenly deleted, along with a reported 70 plus other executives. McLean is the most shocking firing, as the director has enjoyed a 26-year tenure at Pixar and had worked his way from an animator to blockbuster director. All right, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here to unpack. The most obvious thing here is the firing of the director of Lightyear. Now, since Pixar does not work like most other studios, like Christopher Nolan, when he was making movies for Warner Brothers, Christopher Nolan was not an employee of Warner Brothers. Christopher Nolan didn't, work a 9 to 5 at Warner Brothers. And, no, he made films. If it happened to be done by Warner Brothers, great. They had a long relationship, but a director can direct a movie for Disney, then they can direct a movie for Universal, then they can direct a movie for Paramount. Pixar's a little bit of a different situation. They're kind of an in-house operation. They take the people who work there and, they will then direct the movies themselves. And as they mentioned, McLean worked at this company for 26 years before directing Lightyear, which of course lost $106 million. Now, it's obviously going to be tempting to try to draw a line and say, well, this person got fired because Lightyear was a bomb. If that was why they were firing him, they would have fired him 6 months ago, right? Not now. This just happens to be a part of a larger layoff. And did Lightyear's financial problems have something to do with why McLean was selected and maybe not somebody else? Possibly. That wouldn't be the most unreasonable thing to suspect or to think about. One of the more surprising things, though, was the name of Galen Sussman, who the article mentioned was the one that saved Toy Story 2. Now, if you didn't know the legend of how Toy Story 2 got saved, back in the day, as they were already a couple of years into working on Toy Story 2, and somebody, and haven't we all done this, who was going around and thought they were cleaning up some files, ended up deleting all their work on the movie. So they thought, okay, no problem. This is why we have backup tapes. Yes, remember, this is many years ago. They used tapes for data. Only they found out as they started to go through all the backup tapes, most of it had been erased or worked over or all that kind of stuff. Fortunately, Galen Sussman just so happened, who was working from home because of some stuff, was working from home, just so happened to have their own set of backups. They immediately got in the car, raced home, found that they had them, brought them back, and Toy Story 2 was saved, which to this day remains one of the only wide release films in history, wide release films, that holds 100% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But even the hero of Toy Story 2 was not exempt from being laid off. And in total, 75 people over at Pixar. Now, again, this is not surprising. When Disney announced that they were going to be laying off over the course of the next few months, 7,000 people, a lot of divisions have been hit. The layoffs aren't done. They haven't gotten up to that 7,000 number yet. And I don't think the layoffs at Pixar have been finished yet. But again, I don't think the fact that Lightyear so underperformed did anything to help McLean's tenure there. last much longer. Today's episode of the John Campea Show is brought to you by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Guys, more and more we enjoy shopping online, whether it's on our phones or our computers. And how many times have you gotten to the checkout and seen that promo code box and thought, man, if I only had a promo code, I could save some money? Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. So here's the situation. You're shopping online on one of your favorite sites, and when you go to checkout, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Then just wait a few seconds as Honey works its magic and searches for coupons it can find for that site that you're on. And if Honey finds working coupon, just watch the price drop. Recently, Ann and I were hanging out at home one evening and we decided to order in, and the Honey button appeared. I was able to apply a coupon and I actually saved like $6 or $7. It was that easy to use. And Honey doesn't just work on your desktop computer, it also works on your iPhone. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Campea. That's joinhoney.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, the image of Pixar and Disney as a whole seems like kind of an invincible one in our heads, but they are subject to the same financial rules of nature that every other company is. And if there's troubles and if there's lack of money flow, whatever, layoffs get made, even at a place like Pixar. Are you surprised that happened? Are you surprised at the individuals that got laid off? Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Listen, if you like our content, make sure you check out our daily podcast, the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple, Spotify, and your favorite podcasting app of choice.